Scott, Russell tied Oscar tonight. He also had the go-ahead free throws and the block in the final seconds. What can you just say about the performance that he had tonight?
I mean, I've probably said enough about him throughout the year and a lot recently. You guys know how I feel. I love his spirit, his determination. He's really, really, really helped us become a better team, and that's vintage, rebound, making a clutch shot, blocking a shot. Those are all great things, and they're team things. That's what he's about. Russell's about team, and he's always been that way.
And
what an incredible. I mean, I got so much respect for Oscar Robinson, and I mean, like I've said it many times privately and in front of you guys, it's really amazing that growing up, you saw that record. You just thought that would never be touched, because I grew up following the game so much, and as a high level point guard is 5 rebounds, 6 rebounds, maybe. Fat Lever, he probably had 7 or 8 any given year. Magic probably had, I don't know, maybe his high was 8 or 9. But for him to tie his record and a chance to break it is just absolute. It's incredible, and that's Russell. He's an incredible player and person.
And obviously, Brad, 50 points, but wasn't able to play there at the end. What was hurting him?
Yeah, Brad. I mean, Brad kept. We didn't have much tonight. We were, for some reason, we were flat, and they play a lot of small lineups and fast. This team is fast, and Brad kept us in. He kept us in the game with his ability to score. You can't guard him by yourself. That's been proven the last 3 years. People have double teamed them for 2 straight years, and he's averaged over 30 points a game. And now lately, the last couple of games, they were putting 3 guys on him. He's that good. He's an all NBA player. And we have 2 amazing guards that lead us every night. What they do for us is obviously important, but how they teach our younger players how to prepare is as important, because that's going to really help us as we get more experience throughout the years. The foundation of every young player is important. It's not veteran players, it's the right veteran players. That's how you get a good foundation as a young player. And we got a couple of really good ones. Even Rollo. Rollo had the line of the night. Coach, I don't know if you know this, but we needed this for just some good ratings. So hang in there, have a good night's rest. And he was dead serious. I'm like, okay, that's funny, Rollo. That's why you got your hook shot blocked twice tonight. I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. I'll say that tomorrow to him.
Fred.
Brad, he tweaked his hamstring. Actually, he tweaked his ankle. But, Brad knows his body better than, both of those guys. It's incredible how they know their body. Brad knows it as well as anybody, and he didn't want to push it at the end. He tried to, but, our guys helped him. We don't need you to push it. And hopefully it's nothing too serious, but I've seen him recover with ankles, and his body is all different ways, and he figures out a way to bounce back. But we won't know that until the next couple of days before our next game.
Fred.
Hey, Scott. Just getting back to Russell, he seems to have a flair for the dramatic. So many of these moments for him tend to come in the most dramatic possible way. I don't know if you remember the Denver game from a few years ago when he broke Oscar's single season triple double record, and he ends up in that one. tonight he gets the game-winning block. What is it about him that tends to bring that out in moments like this?
Well, he's been one. He's worked his. He wasn't given anything. If you know his history, you know him. He wasn't given anything. His dad made him earn everything. His mom made him earn everything, and there wasn't a lot of offers. I mean, Irvine didn't even want to get him, so he finally ended up wanting to go to maybe UCLA is probably second choice, but he just has determination and grit. He has the mindset and the work ethic as a reserve, like as a guy trying to make the team. And a lot of the great ones. I mean, I'm not saying he's the only one that has that mentality. A lot of the great ones. I've been around a lot of them. Patrick Ewing, Jason Kidd, Olajuwon, Charles Barkley. They all have that greatness in them that sometimes you ask yourself, why do they come back and work so hard? They can get 25 and 15 rebounds any given night, but they have that mentality. That's what makes them great. Their skill set, their talent, but their drive. And he has it. And I'm proud of him. There's not a lot of things I haven't said about him. I love coaching him. I coach him harder than probably people realize. Now it's a lot of times it's through one-on-one conversations or text messages or phone calls throughout the day, and he will call me and he will coach me too at times and tell me what he sees. And we got a good relationship. We understand each other very well. But him and Brad in our backcourt, we feel like we can compete against anybody, and we have. All of our losses have been basically last second plays or shots, but we've been in every game for 6 weeks now.
Ava?
Scott, I believe you guys also moved into sole possession of 9th place in the East with this win. Just how big of a deal is that for you guys to potentially, if you can hold on, get to not be on the road for the play-in?
No, it's huge where we were. I mean, where we were. I know you guys asked me how I put up a good face. It was challenging at times, but I had confidence somehow we can get together and stay together and get on a nice little stretch of just being able to play games and not have to worry about guys coming in and out. And we still haven't had that yet. During that stretch, we always had, seems like one or two guys miss it, but it's great that we're put ourselves in the play-in position. Still not there. The magic number, I don't know what it is now. Is it 2 to get in? But we just want to keep playing good basketball going into it. If we can keep moving up, that'd be great.
And you talked about obviously Brad and Russ, but how well suited did those guys make you for a single elimination type of play-in tournament?
Say that again. I'm sorry, Ava. I lost the first part.
How you talked about what Brad and Russ are kind of able to just pull out of nowhere on a given night, but how well suited does that make you guys as a team for the single elimination type of play-in?
No, I mean they obviously are our two best players have to play well, but our other players have to be stars in their roles, and we did that tonight. I thought Gaff came in after he got the three quick fouls. He came in and really made an impact on the game. Alex, I thought he did a good job making an impact, but everybody stepped up. Rui hit some timely shots. I got some timely shots, but the defense in the fourth quarter and overtime, that's what won the game. This team is hard to guard. I mean, they play, with all their injured, their big is out. They play fast, and they got little guards. Sometimes they've got 3 little guards on the court, and they break you down and play the driving kick game. And they got Sabonis as a bull down there. He's hard to guard. You know what he's going to do. He's going over his left shoulder, and you try to keep it from happening, but he's so powerful and quick and relentless, and he gets there. But everybody has to step in once we get in the play-in game.
Zach?
Coach, did tonight kind of remind you of like more of a 90s game? Everyone was kind of getting hit hard. I mean, the scoring was up there, but Sabonis was getting knocked over. I saw another guy in the Pacers was hurt. 3 of your guys got nicked up. Just felt more like playoff time, right?
Yeah, no, it was, we were playing for something. Both teams, they wanted it. They wanted it. They didn't want to lose to us again. We just played them last week. They threw everything out there, and they have a lot of stuff going on. But you still got to compete. Whatever goes on, everybody has a job to do. Players, coaches, referees, you all got to do it. And we knew that they were going to do that. We knew they were going to come out. I tried to warn the guys during our breakfast meeting and pregame that we cannot make this a track meet. We got to be a defensive team tonight, and we did it in the fourth quarter. Only allowed them 23 points, and if we didn't do that, we were going to lose by 8.
I mean, what does that say about your team that you, in your words, only played defense in the fourth quarter and still found a way to win like a must-win game?
Yeah, we got resolve. That's what they're about. It's a resilient group that is determined, and they've kind of taken all these challenges. They take all these challenges. Like Russell took the challenge. I know he knew the NBA's best scorer was out, or right there with Curry. But he took the challenge. He's like the last block. He's one of the few guys. It's like prime time. Dion. He has makeup speed. Russell can get beat, but his makeup speed is probably as good as anybody in the league. And his size and his ability to get from, his jumping ability as well as his quickness gave him that opportunity to block. Nobody could have been where he was. He actually messed up the coverage. We weren't going to switch that, and he was going to. And it dawned on him that we weren't going to, and his burners came in and blocked the shot. His makeup speed is incredible.
Matt Paris.
Hey, Scott. The first time you guys played Indiana, Russ was, I believe, 20. He would need 20 or 19 triple doubles in the last 28 games to tie this record. I mean, just the pace at which he's doing this. I think now it's 19 and 24 games. Just, are you surprised that he got there this fast? I mean,
yeah. It's. I'm just glad he's selfish, man. I love selfish players, and he was able to do this with his. His triple. I know I'm joking, obviously, but his. No, I didn't think he would get it this year, but I knew he's going to get it. And he's going to get it, and he's going to pass it for. I don't know where he's going to end up with. It's really all depends how long he wants to play. But for him to pass up Oscar Robinson is, like I said, absolutely incredible. I wish somehow, some way he can come. I'd love to meet him. He's one of my heroes, and obviously Russell, probably his dad's heroes. But the break Oscar's record is unbelievable. There's certain players in the league history that they're just on a pedestal. You just don't think that they're even real. So until you meet them, you just think there's some mythical character. But Oscar Robinson is one of the greatest players that ever played the game. And he's arguably the top 10 players, but to break his record it's hard to believe, coaching Russell, 13 years ago, that I would be saying that he's going to break Oscar Robinson's record. It's hard to believe, but I'm happy that I'm saying that because he's really a special player.
thanks.
We'll wrap up with Neil.
Scott, 5 straight games you guys have allowed 125 or more points. What are some of the things that you want to get cleaned up going into Atlanta?
Well, we're definitely playing a lot of fast teams. That's not an excuse, but these are the top teams in the league scoring. The good thing about it, we can score as well as any team in the league right now. We're playing at a high level. Things are starting to click. Russell and Brad are just, I thought, they would be able to play like this and play this well together. Unfortunately, Russell hurt his quad early in the season, so it took him a while to get into form. Because when you have an injury like that, you have to slow down in your habits, and But he finally turned it around, and he's. Those two guys are pretty incredible players. What'd you ask me anyway?
What are you hoping to improve going into Atlanta?
Oh, okay. No, we got to get back in transition. I mean, Atlanta's obviously, they got a lot of good players. They got a lot of good wing players. I mean, he's a handful for anybody. And Capella is one of the best rolling bigs and lob catchers and rebounder shot blockers in the league. But their wing players they got some injured players, but they got enough to survive about 3 injuries because they're really deep at those spots. But we're gonna have to play well. It's gonna be a great challenge for us. We get to be in Atlanta for 2 games. It's kind of like a mini playoff series. So hopefully Brad is gonna be able to, see how he is the next couple of days. But if not, somebody else is gonna have to step up and help us win the next 2 games.